Hello, everybody. Sage here. So I wanted to do a reading on. I kind of touched on it before, but I want to just do a single question reading on this. And the question is, would Chris Watts would he have done what he had done if it were not for Nicole Kessinger? I just want to ask that very simple question and see what the cards have to say. And again, as always, the Marie Lenormand Little Bluebird deck. And I did shuffle some before I began this video. One more. Oh, that's so interesting. I'm not going to say anything. I already see things happening right now, but I'll wait until I'm all the cards are out. Okay. Huh. So here is Chris Watts, right? I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is the gentleman card. And he's looking away. He's looking this way. He's looking away from what's up here, right? From what's behind him. What's behind him is here's the children, right? So he's looking away. He's looking at his own at what his own needs are. He's his own ego. Um, Underneath that is the snake. There is a vile serpent in the mix here, and this is very interesting because directly underneath the children. Now, remember what I asked. You know, would Chris Watts would he have done what he had done if it were not for Nicole Kessinger? And directly underneath the children, is the woman card, which she's looking at a weaver. It's a weaver of pain, of the vile serpent. Oh, who could that be? Who could that be? Oh, I don't know. To me, oh, all alleged, my opinion, not facts, but that to me is NK. And here is the contract. There is I can't say the D word on YouTube, but that is the unaliving card, and the ring, which is the contract, which is the plan, the contract, the choice, and NK, the weaver of pain, the vile serpent, the bird singing, bringing forth the knowledge, the making the requests, right? Yeah, this is very interesting. And the request, at the end of the request, is promises of happiness and you know, happiness and rainbows and the world is ours kind of a thing, right? And that was also said in the plan, which is indicated by the letters. Um, Definitely underneath the birds, which is bringing forth a message, the request is the unlocking of the door. Now I'm spouting all this information out to show you guys that yes, in fact, this is affirming that NK was a huge um, it, she was huge in the decision making regarding what he had done, and if it, according to the cards and what I'm reading, if it were not for her, he would not have done what he had done. Um, I'm not saying that he's all, you know, he was the puppet, is what he was. He was just the puppet, and she's the puppeteer, and just so vile, just so disgusting. The thief of pleasure, the taker of treasures, the bringer of strife, um, danger. Yeah, it's interesting. The unopened book, which is the holder, like a holder of information, of secrets. Yeah, it's rather interesting. Again, this is probably going to be a short one because it's just a one question reading. I like these readings because they're very simple and straight to the point. And definitely this is an affirmation regarding yeah, I would say, because also with the way that these cards are situated, the pattern is really interesting because the child, NK, the weaver of pain, the vile serpent, the gentleman, which is Chris Watts, the gentleman card, um, the garden, which is in this case it has it's he's turning his back on the life's enjoyment. So what he what he what he ended up doing was listening to this one, to NK, about all of her false promises and all this. He turned his back on the real happiness and the real tangible happiness that he could have. Well, I think he's pretty empty, but I think that for him, for his happiness, how he defines it, he turned his back on that. Um, in reality, he was a very rich man when it came to his family and his children, his job, even, and all of the things that he had going for him. He turned his back on all of that for NK, and her plans and her false promises. And it's really interesting too, because the vile things that have happened, right, happened in a house during the slumbering moon. He ends up in prison, right? It's quite interesting. Another interesting thing uh, is once in a while, there's something. I don't know if it's like the collective consciousness that's working uh, for this or what, but you know how that works is the collective consciousness is like it's like prayer, right? It's like when everybody prays for a certain outcome and it happens. It's usually I really believe in that type of power, right? And with the collective consciousness when it comes to Shanann and her babies, and the injusticeness of it all, and NK's role in it, and all of that. I firmly believe that the collective consciousness is um, issuing forth like these messages to NK regarding the children. And so I see like nightmares regarding the children coming to her at night. She sees their faces and other children's, and when she sees other children, she's pretty much haunted by them. But it's not them. It's just I believe, you know, I believe in the collective consciousness, and I think that that's what's happening with her. You know, it brings forth strife. Um, it brings forth paranoia, um, not trusting of anybody, of strangers especially. And she's going to carry this with her wherever she goes. So, NK, I'm going to tell you now, you may think that the grass is greener on the other side, but girl, I mean, really, truly, there is nowhere you can go that people will not recognize you and see you for who you really are. And that is in essence that is your punishment, is for what you've done. And boy, oh boy, um, yeah, no matter where you go, it will follow you everywhere. And I really do think that you know that um, it's interesting, isn't it? All right, you guys. Well, yeah. So that answers our question, doesn't it? Without NK, he would not have done what he had done. Tell me what you think in the comments, you guys. Give me any more suggestions on what you want me to do a reading for. Um, excuse me. I'm really liking these one question readings. It makes things simple and quick, and um, it's just simplified, right? And to me, that makes it more clearer. So anyway, give me some suggestions what you think I should do, or ask the cards next, or whatever. And thank you for joining me. And everybody, love and light and protection, and have a good evening.